What is up, Wicketers? We are back at it once again for this week. It's me, Saraan, and today I'm your actual host because Ollie has decided to call in sick, so he's left me to run the podcast today on my own. Right. It's gonna feel weird talking to a camera. I don't even do this on my own YouTube channel, so I'm not used to this. I need to stop waffling. Anyway, we are here for cricket, as always, and this is going to be a bit of a shorter one because next week we have two big podcasts planned, and this week there isn't much cricket going on, all things considered. From when I checked, the main thing I want to discuss today is Pakistan and Bangladesh. Yep. I know what I said in that first episode, and clearly that hasn't come to pass, but do you know what? I'm sitting here, not with excuses or coping mechanisms, but with actual opinions. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm sure as you guys have seen, Bangladesh, they've got an unassailable 2-0 lead against Pakistan. And truth be told, so many factors at play. First of all, I want to talk about the pitch. So the pitch that they used for this series, the Mirpur pitch in Bangladesh, is an absolute horrid pitch. Horrible. Mike Hesson absolutely correct in calling it out. The reason I say that is because I remember a couple years ago, it might even be last year, even Australia and New Zealand got unstuck on that pitch. That pitch is a spin heaven. And the issue with it is that it doesn't provide the clear competition between bat and ball that people want to see. Yes, there were low-scoring thrillers, but still, Pakistan, naturally, Asian teams aren't the best at spin hitting. We all know this because we've seen it so many different times before. Spin being a main weakness of teams from Asia. It's a weird occurrence, I know, but the fact that on this pitch, the spinners looked unplayable. And I know I can already hear the argument that, oh, but Saraan, the Pacers in the second T20 absolutely cut through Pakistan. Well, yes they did. But guess what? The pitch helped them as well in that case. And you always get swing from the new ball. And plus, I'm not going to sugarcoat the Pakistani issues either. They were absolutely horrendous in their batting choices. First of all, I always talk about this. I don't understand why they keep persisting with Fakhar Zaman. I know he's a good player, and yes, he did do pretty decent in the two T20Is, but I'm sat here thinking, Saim Ayub and Hassan Nawaz, they should be opening. I know Hassan Nawaz has done good in the middle order, but I see him as an opener. He is that opener that Pakistan really need. With Mohammad Haris coming in at 3, Salman Agha coming in at 4, then ideally you'd want either Shadab or Khushdil to come at 5, and then you go into the all-rounders, and then you have your bowling attack. But it's contradictory to what I'm saying, because I don't like Khushdil Shah. I don't like him. I think the main reason why I don't like him is just because the fact he performs in franchise cricket so much, only to then underwhelm in international cricket. It's frustrating. The cycle has appeared time after time after time after time. I know his performances in the BPL, Bangladesh Premier League, were pretty hard to ignore, but his ship has sailed. I don't understand why Pakistan are trying to bring him back in, should I say. He does provide a left-arm spinning option, but then even then, Salman Agha already gives that off-break option. Saim Ayub, he's also a spinner as well. We've seen Babar Azam use him so many times, and we'll talk about Babar Azam in a bit. It's a big topic, this. But Khushdil Shah should not have been in that team, and he should be omitted. I feel like his ship has sailed. He's played more than his fair share. He's underwhelmed too many times. Speaking of someone whose ship has sailed, Fahim Ashraf. I'm the exact opposite on him. I think he needs to be in that team. 100% Fahim Ashraf. He should be playing all formats for Pakistan. He should be playing all formats for Pakistan. No questions asked. The reason I say that is because look at his performances in the PSL. They've been consistent, batting and bowling. The fact he was out of the squad for this long is honestly just a testament of how stupid the selectors of Pakistan cricket are. You keep Khushdil Shah, a guy who underwhelms in international cricket almost every single time, then you don't include Fahim Ashraf. Literally, a Shadab Khan, but bowling pace. It just disappoints me. It really does. The selection team, I could rant on about it for so long. Like, Pakistan cricket is in such a place right now where it's trying to go into a golden age, but then it's the selectors aren't letting them. They're just not. The selecting committee is just, I feel like ever since that moment that they took power away from Jason Gillespie and I forgot the name of the white ball coach of the time. Who was it? Gary Kirsten. When they took away the privilege of choosing their own squad, of the actual head coach, that was just a testament of how stupid, how far down Pakistan have fallen in a hole ever since 2024, to be honest. Ever since we got knocked out first round by USA, it's just been a downward spiral from there. I'd say it even originated much earlier, but you know what? At least the progress through the international tournaments actually kind of sugarcoated that, feeling of unease. But I sit here now watching that 2-0 scoreline against Bangladesh, and I'm thinking, I am not proud to wear this hat. I'm not proud to wear it. So that's that little rant out the way, but another one here is that Pakistan cricket fans can't decide. Yes, I'm talking about the fans as well. Because I hear half of them wanting Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan out the team, which is understandable because they're not playing like the modern day T20 player. But then I sit here now and I look at what has transpired. Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan's approach would have worked on this pitch. If they had brought Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, I guarantee you they would have chased any total down and they would have set a good score. But the aggressive approach that they're trying to make on that kind of pitch in particular was baffling, especially considering Bangladesh's earlier collapse. And I feel like Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan are suited to that type of pitch just because of their slow style of play. You'd think that they'd be amazing in Test cricket and ODI just because of the fact that it's a lot slower and the fact that, for example, I remember Babar Azam batting against Sri Lanka. I mentioned this in the last podcast, I think, where protecting that tail ender and just building an innings, that was almost tailor-made for that kind of pitch, and I feel like it was the exact same scenario here. A spinning paradise, and Mohammad Rizwan, one of the best players of spin in Pakistan, not even in this whole squad. And then I hear the fans complaining that, oh, why did we not include Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan when you were the same guys who literally made him omitted? I swear, the fans have gone mental, the selectors have gone mental, the whole country has gone mental. It's just not a good time to be a Pakistani right now. I'm sitting here, Pakistani heritage, and I'm ashamed of my country. Ashamed. Okay, I think I got a little bit political there. I need to calm down a little bit. Anyway, I don't know why it's suddenly gone so dark. Have I hit my villain arc or something? Who knows? Anyway, so, showed you my big forehead there for a second. What do I want to talk about now? What am I predicting for the third T20, I hear you ask? Another battering. A battering. I think Bangladesh are going to absolutely whoop Pakistan again. And I'm not even surprised. I feel like my biggest issue with Pakistan right now, I've already talked about the selectors, but let's talk about the domestic structure for a little bit. So, like, they keep adding competitions, removing competitions, and then making it longer, shorter. They can't really decide, can they? And I feel like these struggles really originate from the fact that we've had a different chairman or direct board of directors. It feels like every 2 years. Not even that, even smaller. I remember Ramiz Raja, probably the best one we've ever had. Then it moved to Zaka Ashraf, then Mohsin Naqvi. And keep in mind, Mohsin Naqvi, he's the sports minister of Pakistan, I believe. So the exact same guys who are saying they don't want to mix politics and sports, what can you do? Like, they're hypocrites, first of all, and second of all, he hasn't even been doing that much of a good job. You haven't revived Pakistan cricket, you've just killed it a second time. When Ramiz Raja was chair, I genuinely think that was probably the best. He was the best chairman that we've had. When he was chairman, yep. Right then, let's see. I feel like after Bangladesh, we play a series in West Indies, which I feel like we desperately need. Because West Indies, they're reeling off an absolute thrashing from Australia. So I feel like facing off against them is probably going to be our best way to get confidence back, to try our new approach and see if it works. But I feel like that's enough of me ranting about Pakistan cricket. It's been an absolute shambles. Let's see, what other cricket can we talk about? No, at the time of recording, England and India has started, but we're going to save that exclusively for next week. Let's have a look. Oh yes, the tri-series between Australia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. I've actually been keeping up with this little tri-series. It's been interesting. It's been really interesting. We've seen Zimbabwe push a couple of the teams quite far, which I'm not surprised about. The fact that they beat Pakistan in the 2022 World Cup doesn't surprise me either. Oh my days, I need to get rid of this hat. There's a couple of South African players I want to talk about though, who in this tournament have had varying success. So Dewald Brevis, first of all, Baby AB as you all know him. He was actually doing really well on international debut. He was doing really well. I think Dewald Brevis was one of those kids, or players should I say, that should have been integrated a lot earlier. Like, ever since he scored that 162 not out in that state tournament, or South Africa's domestic tournament, he should have been integrated into that squad much earlier. I feel like Dewald Brevis is one of those players that literally changes games. We've seen that for CSK in this year's IPL. The moment he came in, CSK led that charge, and then they avoided that wooden spoon. At least I think they avoided the wooden spoon. I'll need to fact that check. I'm not used to this. But I need to fact check that. But what was my point? Oh yes, Dewald Brevis should have been in the team a lot earlier. And then we also have another little candidate I want to talk about as well, Luhandre Pretorius, the under 20-year-old, I think. I don't think he's 20 yet. He might be 20, but he is actually. I think I don't want to predict anything just yet, but he might be another one of those Kush Dil Shah type players. The fact that he does so well in franchise cricket, only to underwhelm when in international cricket, but it's early days so far, and I really didn't like the way South Africa handled him. Like, first of all, in that, I remember in one of the T20s he played, he was batting at 6. Luhandre Pretorius, an opener, opening batter by trait, an aggressive one at that, batting at 6. He's not a Mitchell Owen. Luhandre Pretorius, he needs to be opening, 100%. I didn't get that. And guess who they had opening instead? Rassie van der Dussen. Yes, I can hear the face palms all around. A middle order batsman who would have done so much better in the middle order, replaced a opening batsman who would have done so much better in the top order. So I have no idea what on earth they were thinking there. That is an absolute shambles if ever I've seen one. And as to who I think will win the Tri-Series, I think New Zealand will win it. And I'll give you my reasons why. First of all, New Zealand are that kind of team where I'm not gonna say that you don't know what's gonna happen. That's Pakistan. That's Pakistan's title. They're masters of chaos. But New Zealand are a team you can consistently count on. And they've released some amazing talent over the years, and I feel like the squad that they have right now is one of the best. I don't know if I predicted them to be in the final last year. No, I don't know if I've predicted that in the first podcast for the T20 World Cup final. It might have been Ollie, but we'll say that I have just for sake of simplicity. So I think that, first of all, Rachin Ravindra, he has been such a find for New Zealand. The player of the 2023 ODI World Cup, player of the tournament, he was incredible. And I feel like even in this Tri-Series as well, he's shown his talent because he even provides a left-arm spin bowling option. Hush Dil Shah memories. I need to stop hating on the guy. It's gone a bit far. But the point still stands that Rachin Ravindra, he is amazing. No doubt about that at all. And then a bunch of the other had a full-on Porky Pig just then. But Mitchell Santner, that's another player I want to talk about briefly. He literally has the ball on an absolute string. That performance against South Africa, it might have been Zimbabwe, I don't know. I'm not very good at the fact-checking between. You can tell how last minute this is. But he literally had the ball on an absolute string against in the Tri-Series. And I feel like he's a player that's slept on way too much. Even when he was in CSK, he was slept on. They relied on him a few times, but I mean, I guess I can kind of get it. You already have Ravindra Jadeja, so no real point in adding another left-arm spinner. But Mitchell Santner is so underrated. He is actually... He's one of the best bowlers New Zealand has produced ever. One of the best spin bowlers, should I say. And... yeah, when he played for Mumbai Indians, I feel like that's when CSK realised what they missed. I know that's been a bit of a disjointed little podcast, but I feel like I'm going to end it there. Like, for case of, trying not to embarrass myself too much. I've had so many pauses in between. But it's good. This is practice. And also, Ollie abandoned me, so I'm going to have to go, put a curse on him. I'm only joking. I'm joking. Calm down. But hopefully next week we're gonna have two big podcasts: the 100 special, and then the one covering England versus India, the third test. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I've really enjoyed this little mini podcast for this week. Make sure you click the like button and the subscribe to support us. If you'd follow along with this podcast, we'd appreciate it. You can watch the previous 2 episodes if you haven't watched this one already. And share the podcast to your friends and family so we can reach more people and more cricket lovers. And this podcast is live on YouTube and Spotify as well. If you'd like to follow us on Spotify, if you're watching from YouTube, then there'll be links in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you tune in for the specials next week. And I will see you later, Wicketers. Have a good one.